What's going on, geeks? It's your boy Josh, and we're back with another Meraki review. And today we're going to be taking a look at these awesome figures that I have been so excited about for a few months now. It's the Infinity Saga, Ironman, Mark 85, and Thanos 2-pack. So looking at the front of the box, it's pretty basic. You know, it's just the same thing as you see with any other Infinity Saga figures out there. On the side of the box, you see this beautiful art design, which is really cool. It's the same thing on the other side. I'm not so sure if it's the same. Let me check. Oh, yeah, it's a little bit different, but it's the same gradient type of art that we see with any other Infinity Saga figures out there. And at the back, you see the official Avengers Endgame poster, and on the left and right side you see the description. Go ahead and pause that if you want to read it. On the top it says the Avengers Endgame and their names, of course, and at the back, well, I'm not really interested in that, but anyway, let's go ahead and crack these bad boys open. And here we have Iron Man and Thanos out of their packaging, and they look really nice. I really love these figures a lot. I've been waiting for them for quite a while now, and I'm really happy that I have them right now. I can't tell you guys how much I'm happy about it, but I do have a few gripes here and there, but you know what? It works, and I think they would look really nice on your shelves, you guys. So I definitely recommend these two figures. But anyway, enough of me gushing about them. Let's take a closer look at these two figures. We'll start off with Thanos and then Iron Man. Starting off with the head, it looks spot on. You can definitely see the resemblance. He does come with a total of 4 alternate head sculpts, which I'll get into in a bit. The armor has quite a good amount of weathering. It has those nice crack details on it, which looks really good. The shoulder pad also have cracks on its surface, and on the left there isn't one, which is very accurate to the film. He also comes with a nano gauntlet with the stones in it and the other without. I'm kind of bummed that they didn't give us a regular arm, just the same with this one. But if you have the previous version, you can try swapping them out. I guess that could work. And the other forearm is just his worn out wrist guard, and it has cracks as well, so that looks really nice. The lower part of the torso is a soft, pliable plastic material, which is good of course because it doesn't hinder the articulation. The legs are pretty basic. I can tell that it's just the same with the previous version. We finally get some ankle pivot, which I'm really happy about because it's something that we didn't get from the previous version. Like I said, he does come with a total of 4 different head sculpts, one of which is the normal grinning face. The other is the helmeted, strained, angry face, which I think they could have replaced because we've seen this before from the previous BAF version, but it is what it is. And overall, I think it still looks good. We could have just gotten a different emotion in there. Next, we have a more serious or calm face, which I prefer. I think this is the best one out of the 4 heads there. Lastly, we get a dusty, eye lost type of head sculpt, which for the most part works, but I'm pretty sure some of us won't use this head to display him with. I don't know, let me know in the comment section which one you guys prefer. And we finally get a screen accurate sword, which is really awesome. Definitely one of the reasons why I opted to get this 2-pack. It's no longer that dull gray plastic from before. This time it's painted with a nice gunmetal finish. Details on it look pretty damn awesome as well. There are small details that looks like it's etched in there. The handle is molded in gold tint, which I think works better than just painting over it. That way we won't get paint damage on the handle over time from putting it in and out of his hands. And as mentioned earlier, here are the 2 alternate hands that he comes with. The other one has the stones in a fisted position. The stones are neatly painted on there, which is really nice. The other hand is in a snapping pose without the stones in it, again, which is very accurate to the final battle in Endgame. His head is in a ball joint and it can rotate fully. He can look up this much and look down that much. I think this neck joint is too short, which hinders the articulation. If it were sitting just a bit higher, I think it could have been better. And his right arm can go up this far because of the shoulder pad. You can't really get it as high as the other arm, but I think that works fine. We get single jointed elbows. His wrist can rotate a full 360 as well as move inwards this far, but it can't really move outwards because of this gauntlet over here. His left hand, it can go up this far as well as down this far. It can't move inwards or outwards. We get a good ab crunch, and I think it has a ratchet inside. You can actually hear it click once. There. The legs can kick out this far, and the skirt doesn't really interfere with the articulation here, so that's good. We get thigh swivels, pin 2-point hinges for the knees, and of course, we also get ankle pivots, which is the best part. It can rock back and forth this much. And here's a closer look at him with the other head sculpts. This one is the calm face. And here's the grinning face. The dusty, eye lost type of face. And of course, the one with the helmet in a strained, angry face. So this is what he looks like with the alternate hand with the stones in it. And the other one in a snapping pose with no stones in it. Last but not least, here's what he looks like with his really cool helicopter blades. He is able to hold it pretty well, and it's not that difficult to put it in and out of his hand. So there you have it for Thanos. It's time to look at the legend himself. Geeks and geekettes, give it up for Mr. Stark. Here we have Mark 85 looking really awesome. This is pretty much the same mold from the previous Mark 85 version with an updated look. It has more paint apps, but not as much difference in terms of the sculpt. I'd like to point out that it's nice to see that they finally gave us a glowing effect for the chest piece instead of just a plain white paint like its predecessor. We get different color accents as well, which adds a lot more depth to the figure. And in person, it almost looks like it's gunmetal, but I can tell that it's just straight up dark gray, which is fine. If you look closely, you can also see that they also painted these parts of the upper chest blue, which makes it pop out a bit more, so that's also a good attention to detail. Other than the Nano Gauntlet, he comes with another thing that's new. We finally get a screen-accurate Tony Stark head, which we've been waiting for quite a while now. We also get a head with the wounds and whatnot. We get a helmeted head, of course, and the best one out of the three for me is the calm Tony Stark head over here. I also like that they added the option to be able to remove the neck piece here, and it's easy to replace it with the other alternate head sculpt as well. Here's a closer look at what he looks like with the wounded face. And lastly, with the helmet on. I wish they also painted the eyes with a touch of blue. I think it looks a lot better with a bit of blue in there. Just the same with this arc reactor over here. It makes it pop out a bit more and makes it glow. Moving on to the accessories, he does come with a pair of open palm hands in which you can attach the repulsor effects as usual. He also comes with two fisted hands. And of course the Nano Gauntlet hand, which is nicely painted by the way. And lastly, a gripping hand. He also comes with two straight up translucent blue repulsor effects. His hologram shield, of course. Not sure if this is just the same mold from the Mark 50 and Iron Spider 2-pack. I do think they should have made this larger in scale, and it should have been a handle over here instead of a clip, because this is how he holds it in the film. Like so. But of course you can work your way around it, and just to add, it sits quite loose in his forearm. Yeah, so that's a bummer. Lastly, we finally get this awesome looking blade. It's molded in clear blue plastic and the red is just painted on. So I hope the paint will last a bit longer because it might get damaged over time from putting it in and out of his hand. I wish they gave us two instead of one. We did see him wield two in the final battle, but of course you never get everything you want in life, folks. Last thing that I'd like to point out is that the gold on his armor looks better than the previous version, but the red, however, is too bright for my liking. For the articulation, his head can look up this far and down this far. It can rotate a full 360. His arms can go up this far. We get some bicep swivels, 2-point hinges for the elbows. We get some wrist articulations as well. It can rotate a full 360 as well if you'd like. His arms can kick forward this much and back this far and kick side to side this far. We get thigh swivels, 2-point hinges for the knees, and of course a good amount of ankle pivot. It can also swivel back and forth this much. For comparison, I do not have the bath figure from the previous Endgame Thanos, so I'm really sorry if I can't show you guys that. But anyway, here they are next to Infinity Saga Thor and Worthy Cap. And here's a new Iron Man next to the old version of the Mark 85. So that sums it all up, geeks. Even if I have a few minor gripes about this 2-pack, it still looks better than their previous versions, so I guess they're still gonna look good on your shelf. I'm giving this 2-pack an 8 out of 10. Overall, well done Hasbro for giving us an excuse to empty our wallets. So there you go, geeks. I hope you enjoyed this review. Let me know what you think. If you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe, like this video, and share it to your friends. That really helps out this channel a lot. Also, the tutorial for the Infinity Saga Captain America is on its way to you guys, as well as a custom Sam Wilson Cap Wings review from my previous unboxing video from last week. Go ahead and check that out. And of course, the modified Cap Wings tutorial is on its way. I'll upload more videos this week, so definitely hit the notification bell if you want to see more. So thank you guys for watching. Again, it's your boy Josh. I'll see you next time. Stay safe.